Justin DePere, Cleveland Herald Times. Just to start, I want to get your the story, just what brought you here. I guess what made you decide that it was time to leave North Carolina, and what made Indiana the right place for you, and how do you feel like it's fit for you so far?
Um, just the whole thing with North Carolina just kind of felt like it was time for me to make a different move, find somewhere else to go. Just felt like my playing time was decreasing a little bit. My role of the team was kind of decreasing, so I just felt like I just needed to transition to another place. Cause I know I only had 2 more years of eligibility left. I just wanted to try to make the best of those years, and I felt like Indiana was the place to do it. I already had a relationship with Coach Allen. I know he's real big on faith. That's something that me and my family stand on 100%. So I know that was just one thing, and then I already had being that I was committed here coming out of high school. It was the first school I was committed to. Uh, um, I already had a relationship with the place, so I just felt like why not? I mean, don't even waste any time. You already know you already got a relationship with the coach, the head man. You got a relationship with the place already, so why not? And I'm loving every bit of it.
And then Luke,
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. What is it like coming to a place that you were originally committed to, and then, for lack of a better word, spurned? What was the difference for you going to North Carolina when you went, and what is? You've already said a lot about what's attracting you to Indiana, but without even looking at someplace else, with relationships that strong, what led you to North Carolina the first time around, and why are you coming back to Indiana?
Um, what led me to Carolina the first time around was just the fact that Coach Brown was new into the program around that time. He had just got hired as a head coach, and around that time, I just felt like me being 18, 19 years old and going 11 hours up the road away from home from my family. I didn't think that was the smartest thing to do because you know being that young you get homesick, you got a lot of stuff going on your mind. So I just felt like for me to actually at that time, well, what Carolina was going at the time with hiring Coach Brown and everything, I felt like that was the best move for me. Cause it was only an hour and 45 minutes away from home, so I'll still be able to see my family, get to see my mom, dad, little brother, and I'll be able to go to see them whenever I needed to. And then they were still far away enough to where like nobody could kind of like come and check in on me whenever. So that was kind of the reason why I decided to stay at Carolina the first time.
anything, Kevin?
Hello, I asked your teammate earlier, what do you feel you in particular bring to this wide receivers room, both on and off the field? Like, if a coach were to ask you what your strengths are, be it on the field, in the locker room, or studying film, how would you respond?
Uh, I feel like every coach would say that he carries himself as a professional on and off the field. I try to strive. I strive to carry a professional mindset because that's at the end of the day that's the end goal for all of us, all the boys on the team. That's the end goal for us. We want to get to that next level. So I try to carry myself as like having a professional mindset on and off the field. I come in extra early, try to go over extra stuff, extra plays and stuff for the day. Come in, watch extra film. Uh, off the field, I'm really laid back, chill. I don't really do too much. I hang out. I got a dog. I hang out with my dog. I hang out with some of the boys here and there. But for the most part, I'm a homebody. I like to stay around, just chill with my dog, play the game, and then other than that, I'm in my playbook. But if any other coach they say has a professional mindset, he's a hard worker. He don't really talk too much. I really don't talk a lot, but when I do talk, I feel like it's heard. So, but just a hard worker and just likes to keep his nose down and work.
Kevin, Nick Keegan.
Virtual Emery, quick question. What kind of dog and what's the dog's name?
So he's an XL American bully, and his name is Rocco. Yep,
Good for a bully, right?
yep.
And then also, Coach Henry came in obviously a little late. He was a late hire in the spring because of circumstances. But he's got a pretty impressive resume. I'm just curious about what it's been like working with him and anything that you picked up, and maybe kind of a respect level. You have a guy that's worked with Jarvis Landry and also about Bill Becker with you guys.
You have no choice but to have respect for a guy like Coach Henry. Just from his background and where he's come from, and the guys he's interacted with, you have no choice but to respect it. But since he's came in, it ain't been nothing but great energy. He comes in every day, trying to get us going, carries good energy. He's always trying to talk us up. He hates down talking people or just negative talk. Period. He always want to speak positivity into people and bring spirits up and not bring them down. And he's coaching, and I'm taking nuggets from him every day, trying to piece those nuggets together. Just because I know in the long run, the end goal is to go where he just came from. So I know that's the man that has all the tools. He's been there, he's lived it, and why not go to him?
Hey, Emery, Keegan Nicholson with thehoosier.com. We talked to Connor Bazelak a couple weeks ago, and he told us that you guys have been staying into practice and throwing every now and then. I was just wondering what your relationship has been like with him, both being transfers, both being veteran guys. How have you seen that kind of progress through spring ball?
Relationship is good. I have a good relationship with all the quarterbacks. I try to talk to them as much as I can, just kick it with them, chill with them. When I see them around the stadium and everything, and try to get extra work in with them all. But Connor, great guy. Work with him as much as possible. Same thing with Jack, Grant, and the rest of the boys. Dex, all of them. We all. I want to have a relationship with all the quarterbacks. Because I mean we're one team, and I know we live by LEO, which is love each other. So. You got to have that rapport and relationship with everybody. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to help the whole team out. So I try to have that whole relationship just like with Connor. I had the same relationship with Connor. I got the same relationship with Jack, Grant, and from there on down with all the quarterbacks.
Emery, two questions. Coach Bell said that the wide receiver position in his offense is different than a lot of other places, and he said it's because of how you manage your grass. Basically, the route doesn't end up always being what it looks like on the playbook. Wanted to have you elaborate on that. Tell us a little bit more about what that means, how different that is to other places, and also you mentioned Connor. A lot of you guys are going to be in different positions than they were last year. Nobody really has especially among the skill positions, an established role. Like other transfers or they're moving up, or most of the other guys from last year were gone. How does that make it easier, I guess, to learn a new offense and get used to all this when sort of everybody's in the same place?
I feel like it kind of does because it brings everybody together, it makes everybody ask for each other's help. Because I mean, everybody's kind of in the same boat. Everybody's learning a new offense. It's not like the guys who was already here at Indiana, they already know the playbook type deal. It's everybody start from scratch. So we all gonna learn this together. We all can help each other out and go from there. And just with how the offense goes, it's just the best way I could tell you is just when you got a set route or whatever. If you see grass, run to it. That's the best thing I could tell you. I mean, because it's coming from some familiar like a familiar scheme from like North Carolina. I mean, it's the same thing, kind of managing grass, but I just feel like it's more. You get more freedom than what you think you do, and that's something we just got to learn and work on over time.